Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Brainy Boomer Lecture Series, Les Boomers Brillants. The Brainy Boomer Lecture Series, initiated in 2007 by the Education Committee of the McGill University Research Center for Studies in Aging to support its objective, raise awareness, and educate the community at large. The goal of this series was to suggest and initiate practical steps to improve brain health, to prevent other age-related disorders, as well as to promote healthy lifestyle choices amongst the most populous generation in history. Thank you for joining us today, and welcome to the McGill University nursing students.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We really appreciate you being here to listen to our presentation. My name is Michaela, and I'm here with my fellow McGill nursing students. We have Austin, Victor, Maya, and Tanya. So it's really a pleasure to meet you all, even if it's through Zoom. Before we begin, I just wanted to briefly explain what today's session is going to look like. So we'll start by talking about social connection and physical activity. Then we'll explore how both of these can affect your health. And then finally, we're going to share some local activities and resources that you can access in your community. We've also prepared a pamphlet with key information from today's presentation. This pamphlet is supposed to be shared with you by the SCCIQ. So you don't have to worry about rushing to write everything down or remembering everything. There's a pamphlet with all of the information on it for you. Our goal today is really not to overwhelm you with a bunch of information or to give a lecture. Rather, it's more to share simple, practical ideas that can support healthy aging and everyday life without it being too complicated. So this is meant to be relaxed and interactive, so feel free to raise your hand, nod, share something in the chat. There's no right or wrong answers. We're just here to learn together. So to get started, we have a quick little activity, just a little icebreaker. I want you to raise your hand or interact in the chat or anything. If you've ever done a physical activity with other people, for example, it could be walking with a friend, dancing, swimming, or joining a class. That's good. I can see some of you putting your hands up, little reactions. That's great. It's really wonderful to see that many of you are already staying active and connected. What's really interesting is that these kinds of activities don't just help your body stay strong, they can also improve your mood, support your memory, and help you feel much more connected to other people. Even something as simple as a weekly walk or chatting with somebody during an activity can really make a big difference over time. So this brings me to an important concept that we're going to talk about today, which is social isolation. So what is a social isolation exactly? It means not having many opportunities to regularly see or talk to other people. It can happen gradually, for example, after retirement or moving or having changes in your health. But something, I can see that somebody's writing. That's okay. Sorry, where was I? Something very important to understand is that social isolation is not the same as loneliness. So social isolation is really having fewer social interactions, so less interactions with other people. And loneliness is a feeling of being alone or disconnected. So, for example, somebody can live alone and still feel happy, connected, and supported, while somebody else can be surrounded by a bunch of people and they can still feel lonely. So that's really the difference between the two. And it's really about how connected we feel and not just about how many people are around us. These experiences are actually very common, especially as people go through life changes. So to explore this idea a little bit more, we're going to do a quick little activity together. This activity is called Two Truths and One Myth. So I'm going to read the three phrases on the screen, and then I'll give you a moment to think about it and think about which one is not true. So Number one, social isolation only affects people who live alone. Doing physical activities in groups can help build friendships, and going on walks weekly with friends improve overall health. So one of these is wrong, and I'll give you a moment to think about which one is the wrong one. You can either raise your hand or just open your mic and say the answer, write it in the chat. Good. I can see a lot of people answering, and that's really good. It is number one. So yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. What I was explaining before. It's that social isolation can affect anybody, regardless of whether they live alone or with others, which is why staying socially connected and physically active is so important for your health. So now that I've introduced these ideas, my classmate Victor is going to explain how social isolation can affect both physical and mental health.
Thank you, Michaela. Was very good. Hi, everyone. Ciao a tutti. My name is Victor. Now I'm going to talk about how social isolation affect health. Social isolation can affect both the body and the mind. So when someone is alone too much for too long, it can affect their heart, their health, everything. So it can also make people feel sad, stressed, anxious. For example, a person who feels alone may stop going outside and stop seeing other people. So, and over time, it can make their health worse. So, one thing important, molto importante, social isolation is not only a feeling, it can also affect the body. So now we're gonna do a quick true or false, but facile. Okay, the first one is social isolation can affect both mental and physical health. So raise your hand or interact if you think it's true. Yeah, that's good. Everybody's on the spot. Perfect. We're good. So in fact, yes, this is true. The second one, staying connected helps your memory and keeps your brain active. Do you think it's true or false? This is also true. That's good. Perfect. Everyone is right. We're good. And the third one, older adults should avoid exercise to prevent injury. That's perfect. Everyone say, oh, we have a true here. Keta Moreno, why do you think it's true? Yeah, exactly. There is a distinction. They should be careful, but they shouldn't avoid doing sports. Okay, exercise is important. It helps people stay strong and healthy, and even simple things like walking can help a lot. Now we'll talk about the benefit of staying active, socially active. So spending time with others can improve mood and reduce loneliness. It can also help memory and keep the brain active. People can make friends and feel supported. It can also make people feel useful and happy. For example, going for a walk with a friend or joining a group can help a lot. And the very important is staying connected is very important for healthy aging. So stare insieme è importante. And I also want to say that as nurses, this is important for us. We need to help others stay active and stay connected. This can help improve their health and prevent problems. So small action can make a big difference. Grazie a tutti. Maya, it's your turn.
Hi, everyone. So I'm going to talk about the benefits of physical activity for aging. So you don't need any intense or very difficult exercise to benefit from physical activity. Even light activities like walking, gentle stretching, or simple daily movement can make a big difference in your health. So for older adults, staying active help maintain independence, which is very important for everyday life. It can improve also balance and reduce the risk of falls. So physical activity also help maintains muscle strength and mobility, making it easier to do daily tasks like climbing stairs or even something very simple like carrying groceries. In addition, being active can also improve sleep, support your heart health, and boost mood and energy levels. So overall, even like a small amount of regular activity can have a very positive impact on both your physical and mental health. So now I'm gonna speak about like little simple activities that you can do. So there are many different ways for people to stay active, and the important thing is for you to remember to choose something you actually enjoy. So you can walk with friends, family. It's good ways to stay active while also spending quality times with others, and it also helps reduce the feelings of loneliness. Another option you can do is join a dancing class or an exercise class. So these activities help improve balance, strength, and coordination, while also giving you the opportunity to meet new people and stay socially engaged. You can also do swimming or water aerobics that are very popular activities, especially because they're very gentle on the body, but they still provide a very good level of physical activity. You can do social and community activities that are very important. So you can attend community events, workshops, or cultural activities organized by local centers that can help you stay very involved with others and your community. Some people might enjoy also reading books. So you can join book clubs that can help you stay connected with others as well. So all of these activities are very important because they can help you maintain physical and mental health and can help you also stay socially connected with others. So now we're going to talk about some local community resources. So the Centre des Aînés de Saint-Léonard is a local community organization designed for adults aged 55 years old and older. It offers a variety of social activities, group programs, and community meals that help people stay active and connected with others. The center also provides support services such as friendly visits, which are especially helpful for people who may feel isolated. So there's also a transportation assistance that is available, so it can help you attain appointments or participate in activities, even if you have mobility challenges. So the cost is usually ranging from free to about $100, and it's only a 7 minutes car ride from the center. So this type of resource plays a very important role in the community because it helps reduce social isolation and it encourages an active lifestyle. Thank you.
All right, everyone. Now I'm going to talk to you about 3 more places in the community that can help you stay active and connected. The first place is the Almage Senior Community Center. This center is made for older adults. It offers many simple and enjoyable activities. For example, they have chair exercises, yoga, group activities like games or learning sessions. These activities are important because they help you move your body and also meet other people. They also offer help with things like transportation and finding services in the community. There's also a small yearly fee, but once you join, you can take part in so many activities. The center is a great place to stay active, meet people, and feel less alone. The next place is the St. Leonard Library. This is a free service for people living in Montreal. The library is not just for books, it also offers activities and small events where you can learn new things and meet other people. It also is a quiet and comfortable place where you can relax, read, or just spend time outside of your home. This can be helpful for people who sometimes feel alone or just want a relaxing place that isn't their home. Reading and learning also keep your brain active and your memory strong. Another good thing is that the library is very close, only a few minutes away, so it's easy to get to from the community center. And the last place is the St. Leonard Aquatic Center. This is a great place for physical activity. They offer swimming and exercises in the water. Water exercise is very good because it's gentle on your joints and also easier on the body. It helps with things like your balance. It'll help with strength, movement, and it also helps prevent falls in the future. These activities are often done in groups so you can meet people and stay social. Some programs are free and low cost for seniors that live in Montreal who are residents, which makes it easier for you guys to join. It's also very close. It's only about a 5-minute walk away from the community center. All of these places are here to help you stay active, meet people, and feel good. So even the small activities like going to class or visiting the library can make a big difference in your health and your daily life.
I saw that there were some questions in the chat, so we'll have time at the end for the question period to answer everything. So Maya and Austin just talked to you about different community activities and resources that you can try. But we also know that some of these places might not be easy to reach by walk, especially if you don't have a car. So we looked for you at some simple bus routes that you can use to get there more easily. And also know that at any time, this feature is on Google Maps, so it's easy to find some bus routes. So for the St. Leonard Library and the Aquatic Center, these are actually less than like a 5-minute walk from the center. So we didn't include specific bus routes, but of course, like I said, it would be possible to find something if needed. Then for the Centre des Aînés de Saint-Léonard, you can take the bus 32 South, which stops just in front of the center. It's about a 8 minutes ride, and then you get off at l'Accordage Jean Talon. And from there, it's just like a 2-minute walk to get to the Centre des Aînés. Then for the Almage Senior Citizen Center, the trip can be done in 2 parts. So again, you take the bus 32 South for about 18 minutes this time up to Cadillac Station. And then you take the bus 185 East for about 17 minutes to Desormeaux and Hochelaga. Even if this one is a little bit longer, it's still very doable and it gives you access to more activities. So we really think it's worth the trip. There are also other transportation options that are available around your area. So first, there are many STM bus stops around the SCCIQ. So it's quite easy to move around the area. If ever you have some mobility challenges, there's also the paratransit that's available for you. You can book it online or by phone at the number on the slide, but it's also written on the little pamphlet that they provided you. And yeah, the paratransit can bring you directly where you need to go. It can be really helpful if walking or using regular buses feels difficult for you. There are some criteria though. So to be eligible, you need to live in Montreal, of course. You need to have a significant and ongoing mobility limitation, and you need to have difficulty using regular public transportation. If ever you're not sure or you need more information, you can always call them. It's the same number that is already on the slide in the pamphlet. And they also allow someone to accompany you in the paratransit if ever it's needed. Another great thing is that with STM services, the public transportation is free for people aged 65 and older. So it can really help reduce costs and makes it easier to stay active. I also saw that there was a Bixi station at the Santa Cabrini Hospital in the parking lot. There are both regular and electric bikes that are available. So this can be a nice option too if ever you feel comfortable riding a bike. And it's also a great way to stay active. What's great also about this option is that if ever a regular bike feels too difficult for you, the electric bike can make it much easier. So for the payment, you can pay directly at the terminal there with a credit card or through their app on your phone. It costs $1.60 to unlock the bike and then between 21 and 36 cents per minute, depending on whether you choose a regular or an electric bike. Of course, you can also carpool with friends or family, which can make things easier, more enjoyable, and it's also a great way to stay connected. And if ever you're going to an activity with them, it can also make it more fun. So it was important for us to talk about transportation since it's a major factor that can sometimes stop people from getting out and participating into activities.
So to finish, we really want you to remember that healthy aging is really about staying connected and staying active. Today, we saw that social connections are important, that physical activity helps you stay independent and maintain your autonomy for as long as possible, and that there are many, many community resources that are available to support you. Today, we only presented a few of them, but never hesitate to reach out to the staff at the center if ever you have other needs, and they'll surely be able to guide you. We also want you to remember that even the small things like going on a walk with someone or trying a new activity can really make a big difference over time. So we really encourage you to try some of these activities and take advantage of what's available around you. Everything we shared today is meant to be simple and accessible for everyone.
Just before we finish, we just wanted to mention that this presentation was created by McGill nursing students as a part of our training. We've done our best to make sure that the information is accurate and helpful, but it should be used as a general guidance and not as a substitute for medical advice from your healthcare provider. If you have any personal health concerns, we always encourage you to speak with your doctor or your healthcare team. So we just want to say a really big thank you all so much for being here with us today. We really appreciate your time, your participation, and your openness throughout this session.